Hi, I'm Willie Mayette from pianowithwillie.com. Welcome to this short video on creating jazz chords. Now, this jazz chord video falls in line neatly with our Piano with Willie method under the concept category, right? So this would be a concept that you would add more of a foundational idea, whereas our foundational stuff of rhythm, technique, and reading music, is more of the foundational stuff. So this is a fun concept to learn, all right? Let me just go ahead and show you, put on my virtual keyboard here. So first of all, we're going to make sure that we know our basic block chords. So here is a basic C major 7 chord. We can get that by making a C major scale, and if we number the notes of the scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we could play 1, 3, and 5 together at the same time, and you use your thumb, your second finger, your middle finger, and your pinky here, all right? So now we have C major 7. I can put a C down here in my left hand, or even down here a little bit lower, right? And all we're going to do is, if I were to write this out, sometimes easier to see it written out as well, so that would be C, E, G, and B. This would be C major 7. Now you might also see this chord written as C capital M7, C MA 7, or C MAJ 7. Unfortunately, as jazz musicians, we haven't really solidified one specific way of making a chord symbol. So sometimes musicians write this, sometimes they write with a capital M and MAJ and MA. It really depends on the musician, the fake book, the editor, the publishing company, etc. So you've probably seen all of these at one point or another. The one I like to use is the triangle because I find that it's easier to see, especially on a gig. Okay, so I have C, E, G, and B. All right? I'm just going to put the names in the notes right next to it. C, E, G, and B. All right? All right, let me make sure that looks like a B. All right, so C and B. Now, to create this jazz chord, all we're going to do is we're going to move this bottom note, that's C. We're going to get rid of the C, okay? And we're going to add one more note on top, okay? So you see how we're going from the line to the line to the line to the line. Right? This would be the same thing as if I had it in spaces as well. Space, 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 space. Get rid of that bottom space note and add a space note up at the top. Okay? So that would be an F major. But anyway, here we go with C major. So now we have C, E, G, B. We get rid of this bottom note. I put my thumb now on the E. I move my second finger to the G. I move my middle finger to the B. And now I go up one more skip and I go to my D. Right? Now another way of looking at this is that there's one whole step above that top root. So the D is one whole step, which is equal to 2 half steps, okay? Half step, one whole step above that top root. And now I have a C major 7 chord, but what is missing? Is the 3rd missing? Is the 5th missing? Is the 7th missing? Is the root missing? Aha! The root is missing. I no longer have my root. So where do I play my root? I can play the root down here. Now listen to the difference between these two chords. Here's C major 7 block chord, or 7th chord, and here's C major 7 with the 9th. Hear how nice that 9th sounds? And I can bring that down here as well. Bring it a little bit lower on the keyboard. So if you're used to playing these block chords, playing these chords with the 9th, these jazzier chords, can add some nice spice to your playing. Now, let's take C minor 7. Okay, so here I have C, E flat, G, and B flat. Okay, to make a minor 7 chord, I can go to my major and just flat the 3rd and the 7th. Okay, now I have C minor. I do exactly the same thing here. I get rid of the root. I put my thumb on the E flat, second finger on the G, middle finger on the B flat, and now I have this pinky up here that I can do something with, and I put my pinky up on that D again. Once again, play it down here. Now listen to how cool that is, just going from the C major to the C minor. And I could put some drum beat on here. Okay, let me just put on a drum beat. Let's see, we'll do this. with me. Okay? So now, I'm going to show you something else that you could do in the left hand. There's your C major 7 with the 9th added. We might see that also written as C major 7 with 9 in there. We might also see it written as C major 9. Okay? There's many different ways in which we can write this. Typically, as jazz musicians, we typically just write the C major 7, and we don't clutter it up with all of the 9 and stuff like that, because the 9th is typically added in jazz chords. It's one of those chord tensions that really works over most of our chords. So instead of adding in 9 and then having just once again one more thing added, we know as jazz musicians that we're going to typically add in that 9th, okay? But it's okay to add it in there as well. Again, some musicians add it, some don't. It's really a personal preference. So what we can do in the left hand, see this cool little bass line we can do, and all we're doing is the root, the 5th, and the root. So let me just show you that bass line. So it's root, 5th, root, root, 5th, root. So it's pinky, 2nd finger, thumb, thumb, 2nd finger, thumb. The rhythm here is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Or if we vocalize it, it would be da, ba dee ba dee ba da, ba dee ba dee ba. As you get better with that, you can start to speed up and listen to what that sounds like with just a drum beat here. In fact, I'll slow this down a little bit as well. Pretty cool sound, isn't it? Now let me show you something else you can do here. We're just going to focus on the major and the minor 7 chords for right now, okay? So C major 7 like this, I can also take these bottom 2 notes and I can put them up here. This is what we call an inversion. I am inverting that chord. But now rather than having my 2 hands like this and like kind of getting jammed up, I play these notes all with the same hand. So thumb, 2nd finger, middle finger, and pinky. This is still my C major 7 chord, right? That was like that, but I'm just taking these bottom 2 notes and I'm moving them up here. I am inverting the chord. Okay? Nice sound, huh? Now what about the C minor 7? Well, same thing. I could take these bottom 2 notes and I can play them up here instead. So the difference between the major and the minor is that we have the B and the E moves to the B flat and the E flat. Listen to that. 3, 4. Let's try this time moving to another chord, F. C. Drum beat, you could use whatever drum beat, like we have drum beats in the members area of pianowithwillie.com that you can download. You can play with any of those. This is just a basic rock beat. It's on 80 beats per minute, 81 beats per minute, okay? So the 2 chords again, C major 7, C minor 7. And we also have the inversion, C major 7, C minor 7. Right? Now what's cool about this is that you see how, like, just by playing that simple bass line, root, 5, root, root, 5th, root, right? And then adding that chord, do you hear how you get a real cool sound? You put a little drum beat behind it, and now you got like almost like a song going on, right? So you can get really some cool stuff going on. All right, so anyway, that's your mini jazz chord lesson for today. Major 7s and minor 7s, all right? We can talk about dominant 7s at a later date. But major 7s, minor 7s. Hope you enjoyed that. Now, before I go, let me just tell you about a couple of specials that we have going on that are going to be ending tomorrow at noon Eastern Standard Time. So it's only about one day, about 24 hours from right now, okay? So I'm just going to list them out real quickly for you. Any of our DVDs, 40 to 60% off. Just go back to pianowithwillie.com, all right, and click on store, all right? And the link will also be at the bottom of this video as well, pianowithwillie.com/store, all right? Homeschoolpiano.com. If you want to learn piano right from step by step, right from the basics, and go through learning reading music, your technique, quizzes, learning songs, learning improvisation, it's perfect for anyone that needs a step-by-step approach and is a beginner. All right, we're giving that the special on that is 50% off for the entire year. Drums with Willie, brand new site. I teamed up with my buddy Mike Marble, and he's doing a fantastic job of like getting these drum lessons for the absolute beginner again. Doing step by step, absolute beginner, learn in the comfort of your own home. Drums with Willie, 50% off for the entire year as well. And finally, we have courses. We're doing $100 off of our DVD courses. This is an 8 DVD set. Normally this would be $249 for the course. Now, until tomorrow, you can get it for $100 off. So it's $149 for the course. Again, if you're looking for that nice step-by-step approach, hey, I want to learn cocktail piano. Hey, I want to learn improvisation. I want to learn blues piano. We have courses on all of those, right? You can go step by step. Great way of really having a nice 8 to 12 week program for yourself and knowing exactly what to do. Of course, sheet music is included in all of this. Piano with Willie Live. If you like this type of setup with the whiteboard and the virtual keyboard, we're going to be adding on some stuff to this as well. Piano with Willie Live is also 50% off. You can lock into that rate. Normally it's $39.95. Up until tomorrow, you can lock in for $19.95 per month. That rate does not go up on you, all right, unless you cancel. If you cancel, then you have to sign up again at the then going rate. But if you stay a member of Piano with Willie Live, all right, you can keep that rate forever. We also have some membership specials as well. If you're interested in a membership, you can take a look at our membership page, or you can also contact us if you have any questions or you need any help. You have piano questions, even if you're not a member of the site, send us your questions. We'll do our best to answer them as quick as possible, all right? Our email address is support@JAZZEDGE.com, and you can also reach us by phone 401-331-0000. So anyway, thanks a lot for taking a look at this video. If you wouldn't mind doing me a favor, if you could like it on Facebook, share it with your friends on Facebook, and then also if you could go back to our YouTube page and subscribe to our YouTube channel, I'd really appreciate it, because we have a lot of videos that are absolutely free that we'd like to be able to send your way. And if you're not a subscriber of our YouTube channel, you might very well miss every time we put up those videos. We have like over 500 videos right now. That's just youtube.com/JazzEdge. Or if you do a search for Jazz Edge on YouTube, you should be able to find us easily. All right, so anyway, thanks so much. I hope you all had a great time with all of our live training that we've been doing over the past couple of days. Been doing a lot. You can hear my voice is kind of hoarse. All right, but we're going to be doing more of this live training, so make sure that you keep an eye on that, subscribing to our YouTube channel, and then also liking our Facebook page. It's a great way of knowing exactly when we have this live training coming up next. Okay, so anyway, thanks so much, guys. I'll see you in the next lesson.